Saying poor connection. What's that about?
Oh, I don't know. I love it. You guys get the behind the scenes. We are live over
Yes.
here.
Reconnecting. It keeps trying to reconnect over on Instagram. Am I connected, guys? I doubt it. You
Oh,
probably don't see.
yes, I just got a notification.
I'm connected. So it keeps telling me
It's
I'm
spinning,
paused
though.
because of poor connection. So I'm
It's
not sure.
spinning.
Oh. Yeah,
That's what it
guys, I'm
looks like.
sorry.
I don't know.
Really? So let me see what's going on with our connection.
Oh,
Do you see me on there?
I see you, but you're frozen again. Yeah, you're here, but you're frozen.
I just tried a different internet connection and see if it'll go. There we go. There we go. We're in here. Let's bring Tawny in. There we go. There we go. We're in here.
Oh, but can
Let's
you
bring
hear
Tawny
that?
in.
Can you hear it? No, you
We
can't. Oh, okay.
only hear each other.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear any of that.
Okay.
But I'm trying to bring Tawny in, guys.
I'm coming in.
Tawny in. No. So we're trying something different. We both have a Bluetooth in to make sure we're not getting the echo. But I'm trying to bring Tawny in, guys. I'm trying to bring Tawny in. So we're trying. It worked.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
That's so different. I love it. Okay.
Yes.
Thank
How are
you.
you feeling?
Oh, wait, can they hear me as a reverb? No, they can't. Okay, get over it. We're doing okay. How are you?
That's good to know. I'm great.
I love it.
Listen, just worked out twice today. Y'all seen that video? I didn't want to go live, but baby, I did that stairs 20 minutes without touching the rail. Only once when I thought I was gonna fall. So usually I'm holding the rail the whole time. So I did it nonstop. So I'm very pumped about that 20 minutes straight up and down the stairs, y'all. So I'm getting better. Yes. Because that ain't easy at all.
No, even for like, I'm just gonna say for a normal person, like that is not easy, but to watch you do that, and I love it. I have trained myself to say, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah,
she can do it, I can do it.
And I can listen. I'm with some people that listen. They don't care what I got going on over here with this left side, and they be like, "I wish you would touch that stairs. I wish you would stop." And I'd be like, I actually have an issue. They be like, "No, you don't."
But that's good. It probably really helps motivate you. Like they know how to push you and when to. They probably also can see your body, and they're there. They're not going to let you hurt yourself. So
yeah, they do. They do. And I mean, if I did, they'll just laugh and be like, "Get up." So, I mean, because I would laugh too.
Yeah, you got to laugh at yourself. I mean, I don't know how any survivor that has been, humor has been a huge part of my recovery. It's a huge part of life for me.
Yeah, and that's so true and so great to look at, because the thing is, guys, we got to understand we survived something. Like, we had a point in life where we possibly died, and I mean, life was over. Now we get a second chance. Listen, we've got to take full advantage of this second chance of living life, y'all. How y'all feel about that?
100%. I think that's probably what I get asked about a lot. They're like, the colorful hair, like all this, was that pre-stroke or was that just because of the stroke? And I definitely, hello, John. I had colorful hair before and I was outgoing. But the stroke, having a second chance at life, you realize, like, I don't ever want to have regrets when I'm back in that hospital bed. I don't want to not live life to the fullest. So maximalist over here, no minimalist. We're
I don't think I ever said maximalist. I think I do. I'm just always talking about how I push myself to past the limit. So that means I'm a maximalist. Thank you for the new word, Tawny. We are maximalists post-stroke. So I love that. So all of my spasticity, all of my, listen, I'll try anything, listen, it's just turned up to the 20th power now. Like, what more can happen? And then that's going to take us to, it's actually perfect what we were talking about. So I said to Tawny prior to I was listening to something and they made a statement to say, is anyone at a point where they do not believe in themselves? And they have no belief in where maybe your current situation, or no belief in moving forward from where you may be. And I translated that into the term of looking at a stroke survivor. What we are today, are you stuck in your mind or your thought process of, hey, I'm going to be stuck like this forever. I'm not going to advance. I'm not going to excel. I'm not going to, or you're looking at the next person and saying, hey, I'll never get to where they are. So are you in that mind frame right now, that mindset? So we want to talk about that. And it was great how Tanya and I were just having this general conversation in the beginning, because right now we started you off with, listen, we get a second chance in life. So what is it that's holding your belief now that you will get better? God already gave you a second chance. Where your belief is, I'm gonna tell you, you know what ours is. God gave you a second chance to say, hey, you could have died, but I allowed you to survive that. So think about it. In my belief, I don't believe that he allowed us to survive to be stuck. I believe he allowed us to survive to excel from where we are today, excel from where we're going the next step. So that looks different in so many different ways, guys. So I want you to. And everybody always says, I'm yes, I am, because I'm always looking at the bigger picture. I'm always looking where God wants more for me. And even the thought of where we may say, hey, I think God wants this for me. He wants much higher. Like we always think small. We'll say, oh, God wants me to do this. God wants me to do that. He's still looking like, child, you still thinking too small. So with that being said, guys, I want you to think about where your belief is, because what will help you to maybe get out of that mode of that belief that you may be stuck is this beautiful community that we have right here. Matani always with the colorful hair, the makeup and everything, just showing you just how life is so beautiful in any type of way. To anything, this is why we're here, guys. This is why we created this community. So therefore, you know you're not alone. So therefore, you have a belief, whether it may be not the biggest belief in yourself, you can look at somebody else and say, hey, maybe I can have a little more belief. Look at what she did. That's what she did. But I'm gonna very quickly put a hold on that to say, I don't want you comparing yourself to us. You want to compare yourself to yourself. So looking at what she did now or then is for you to go back to say, hey, I was once there. Now I'm here. I was once couldn't move out of the bed. Now I can do this. Now I can lift up, whether that person gave you that motivation or not. So that's why I want you to look at when we say the community of looking to get that joy from that community to say, hey, we can keep pushing. I'm throwing a mic to you, Tani.
Okay. And but to also say it is a roller coaster, okay? I know Tracy, she's like optimistic. I'm optimistic too. But y'all, I talk about depression. Do you know what depression is? That means you are dark and twisty and you have not great belief in yourself, belief in everything. And there was a time in my journey where I did say, why did I survive everything to just be like this? To just have what's going on. So, and I know you may be like, but you didn't, whatever you're inserting, like Tracy said, comparison is the thief of all joy. Your journey is your journey. But I can share with you, I could have, and that's why I've worked very hard to be more optimistic, to not let my depression to take over, to recognize, hey, those are just thoughts, and that's just right now, like you're in a lot of pain. So of course your emotions are going to be darker and you're harder. Gonna be harder. One of the phrases that I love that someone said is positive emotions take work, negative emotions work you. You're doing work either way. So either you want to put in work to have positive emotions or you're going to let negative emotions work you. And I would rather be tired from having more positive emotions. So it's something to like work at by having the community, having support systems. You know, that's when I reached out and told people, you know, I'm not doing so well. I need, you know, send me memes, make me laugh, do these things. And your journey can change. I was 7 years in recovery, and I had to have another brain surgery. Year one, dark, twisty Tawny could have said, oh, great, I'm back to, old me would have been like, oh, we're just back to square one. Great. Now, but I was like, instead, I don't know that is happening for me. So now my surgery is more complete. And now I get to have like a better situation with the doctors, all these different things. So it really is your mindset. So if you are low in your belief right now, I really, really want you need to let somebody know. You need to reach out into the community. And I can tell you something about having an injury. I don't know if it goes back to like in the cave days where if you were wounded, you know, they would like kill you off. But for some reason, when we feel like our worst, we don't always share it. So that's something that I actually recognize now in myself when I'm like, oh, you don't want to tell anybody about this? Oh crap. Okay, now that's when we really need to talk about there. We need some help. We need some support. We need some Tracy smiles, some optimism. I know she's about to let some fire out because I could just see her saying, yeah. Let me go.
Yo, because I love that. And that's, you know what, guys, that's something I'm going to ask us to challenge ourselves on. So that will help us through our beliefs. So as Tawny said, she can share those things. She can share the good, the bad, the ugly. But then she has those times where it's like, I don't want to share this with anybody. But guess what? When you don't share that with anybody, it can put you in that dark hole, keep you in that sunken place, which can be that unbelief, which can be that, oh, woe was me, which can be that, oh, I'm never going to move forward from here. So guess what? Taking herself to the next level to say, I'm going to share that. I'm going to put myself out here. I'm going to open up to the word. I'm going to open up to everybody to let them see that they are not alone. That this is a community that we all look different, but we all go through these things that can better us in so many ways. So that's why we need people to pull on. That's why I look for Tawny, like, we'll say things, she'll say stuff, I'll say something. She's like, you can't say that. She'll say that. I'm like, you can't say that. Then we find better ways to say these things. And it's really just about making sure we stay positive, making sure we give ourselves grace. That's what the word I'm looking for. Give ourselves grace in the fact of what we've been through, and the fact of what we're still going through every single day. Because guys, we're always going to talk about this. It's a blessing that we have survived thus far. It's a blessing that we're surviving every day. But the life of a stroke survivor, this is an ongoing thing that we're living, guys. Visible and invisible disabilities, and our life is full of recovery. Our life is going to be full of ups and downs, twists and turns, all of the above. Find ways to get through it. So again, it goes back to what do you believe in yourself? How can we encourage you to believe more for yourself? How can we encourage you to believe that? How can we encourage you to figure out how to get that smile? How can we encourage you to talk about these things? Christian said, life is so full of joy. And I love that. Enjoy each day, guys. I see that over here. She's trying to see where I see that.
Where? I don't even see. No, like
it says Hove Christian, HOVE Christian.
Oh. No, I only see life is so full of joy each day. I'm not seeing all the comments then on Instagram. You may have to read some things because Hove's last thing that he said is life is so full of joy
I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't paying attention the first time. That's the thing that just popped up. That's what just popped up. Excuse us. These are two brains. Two brains. So anyways, but still, even with that, enjoy each day. That we're saying enjoy each day because we've been given the breath of life to have a second chance. We've been given another chance. So why are we not pushing ourselves to the point that, as Tawny said in the beginning, we don't want to get to a place to say, hey, I wish I would have, or regrets of this. Guys, all those things that we did prior to our stroke, that we really did not put our all into, those could be looked at as regrets. But guess what? We have a new day, a new time to change that regret to, hey, this is something I want to try. This is something I want to push myself to do. Something I want to, some new joy that I want to instill in my life. And look, you may smile today, laugh at it the next day, and say, oh, maybe that's not something I really want to do. And then you may say, hey, this is something I enjoy doing. But if we don't get out there and try, guys, we will never know. So it's all about, guys, going back to say, hey, Tawny said, I really don't. You may be listening to this later and say, I really don't have a belief in myself. Reach out to myself for Tawny. I don't have a belief in myself. So what is that? How can I get myself to the point where I have belief? How can I get myself to the point where I can smile in spite of my current situation, in spite of I don't see the change or the progress that I want to have. So we can go through those things and talk about that because that goes back to what Tawny said. Those are those times that I had that thought. I don't really want to share it. Tawny says, no, we're going to share it. So she's going to go live and she's going to share it. We're going to talk about it because at the end of the day, that may be what that one person needs to get them out of that, to get them out of that dark place and say, hey, maybe the world will be better without me. I've had wonderful conversations with people where I received the message out of the morning, like, I don't even think I need to be here anymore. And then I came across your page and it was like, so guess what, guys? If I ain't do nothing else, the Lord may have saved me for that person to say, hey, I came across your page. It was like, oh, you would do you smiling today? Maybe you're giving me another chance to stay around just to see another video tomorrow. You're gonna smile, see me, gonna laugh at this stuff from your head. Leave those things, guys. So whatever it is, so we gotta think about those days. So that takes me to the thoughts. And some people say, well, I'm alive or I'm a survivor now, but I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose may be to speak and smile at the person next to you that you never know. That purpose right there, if you smiling, may have changed that person's life, may have changed that thought process in their head to say, hey, I want to live today because that person smiled at me. Hey, that person smiled at me. That gives me a little bit of joy. I don't think I have any smile left in me. Say, oh, that person doesn't even know me, and they shared themselves with just showing me a teeth or showing me a wink and an eye, showing me like, wow, why'd you smile at me? So all of those things, guys, we all have a purpose, but we gotta understand purpose doesn't have to be grand. A purpose may be, hey, just showing up as yourself today. Say, I believe in myself. I believe today is gonna be better than it was yesterday. And just share your life with somebody, guys. That's what it is. That's what it's about. 24 hours for fun. We had a 6-month year. Oh, so Christian over here giving us a whole lesson about how we got joy all of our lives, guys. A joy all of the days of our lives. 365 days a week. They're saying make sure you smile. We get a chance to have these days. We talk about leave your dog there, but really, guys, I want you to have a better belief in yourself. Better belief right now. You may not have that, but that's why this community is here, guys. That's why we are here, to bring you out of this, to give you some joy, to give you a reason to smile.
I want to add some things, though, is like knowing that you're going to rebuild that. Having a stroke, I was like, talk about a knock to your confidence. Like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I'm very opinionated. My mom would be like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, and that's what my family has said is the different thing. They're like, there's sometimes I can tell, like, you don't know. And I'm like, I don't know what I want. I'm relearning myself. It's a very weird feeling to be a grown adult, relearning like how you live in life. But what is, you can look at that as a beautiful, fun thing, and you can find new hobbies. You can also, like, there's sometimes when there's a situation, like I go back to the bike riding because I just think almost everybody, it was the first time I had been presented with a bike since the stroke, and they're like, can you ride on it? And I was like, I don't know. And instead I could have been scared and been like, I don't know if I can do it. What if I get hurt again? What if blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I don't know. Nothing worse can happen to me than what's already happened. Let's try it. So I rode the bike and I had fun and I laughed, and it was awkward and it was weird, but it was cool. And so just knowing also that, like, you will regrow that belief. So if you right now are like, I have no belief in myself, if you hear anything, like, I felt that way. So when people I have rebuilt that, and I rebuild it. There's some days where you still wake up. Like, it was nice that Tracy said the makeup today. I no makeup on, don't feeling great, but that's what's nice about having the community. Like, I started by apologizing to Tracy that I don't have my shish together. I'm all over the place. And I caught myself because I heard myself saying sorry. And I go, actually, I appreciate you being patient. So that's why having more grace for yourself and having people in the community can remind you, like, hey, you're trying, you're doing good, you're doing better, and you can get better.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm sorry because I had this point off of something you said. It went right out the door. I'm going to think about it. It's going to come back to me. It was so relevant. But obviously, if I can't think about it, it's not. But dang. I had another point I was going to make based off of something. Because Tani always these nuggets and then it clicks on something else. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we need to bring that up. It's going to come to me at once because I really want to. Anyway, so as Tani said, this is about believing in ourselves and finding ways to keep pushing ourselves through, find that joy. And listen, do not be stuck in those dark days. So I want to throw us with the challenge to say, guys, things that we've been doing before with keeping it into ourselves. Let's work on whether you come into the chat and say, hey, I feel like this today, or you go live, or you talk to somebody in your family, say, hey,
I feel like this. I want you to express that. I want you to speak out about it, and I want you to share that with somebody.
And because guess what?
That's doing something different because like we have not done it.
That's doing something
different, and we can see how we feel at the end.
And feeling you might not
feel
as it's changing anything. Then later down the line, 30 days from now, you may like, you know what? I feel so much better. I have so much more relief because I'm sharing those things instead of keeping it bottled up. And I'm sharing then, and sharing that may give somebody else a different outlook on, hey, I was approaching you like this
because I never thought
about how you could feel. I never thought about those things that you may be going through. So those that you're sharing may help them and help yourself in the long run. So just look at it as Tani said, maybe even journal as a step.
Because some people are like, I could not tell it to anybody. And maybe you journal about it first. Because I can tell you, I know that you're like, but Tani, you talk about everything. Not in the beginning. I did not talk about my depression publicly. I freaking whispered that word to my mom like it was a naughty word. Like I had come back with some crazy diagnosis. I was not talking about that to anybody. I journaled. I don't even think I journaled about it at first at all. Like, so just those different steps. And also I love that Tracy said, reach out to us. I know you might be like, but you're I have had some amazing conversations, and you don't know when your message also, it helps us. Like a lot of times I get a message from one of you guys and like, you don't know when I needed it. And I just want to say, even if you feel like our journeys are so different, I'm going to give a shout out to 2 other survivors. One who does have a lot of physical deficits and the other person who doesn't. And the person who doesn't was like, I feel bad. Like I don't want to complain to you because you have it so much worse. And the other person said, no, I don't. I would never want to be in your body. Your brain is like a hot mess. I wouldn't want to deal with what you have to deal with. So before you're like, I don't want to share with you because I don't think you could get it or whatever, I'm just saying might not get it, but it might just feel good to just get it out and share it with someone who also is a survivor. So
I'm going to say a little tip back on that because that reminds me of a conversation I just had with another survivor. We had that conversation as she said how people look at things different. Like, well, you don't have the visible physical disabilities as I may have, but at the same time, you may not have all the jacked up brain stuff that I got going on.
So we were just having this conversation, and she goes,
well, I don't want what you have. I don't want what you have. So it was funny, like, I don't want that. I'm already jacked up over here. But it doesn't limit to say take that away from you because you don't have this. Listen, I don't want anything I got enough that I'm dealing with already. So we're saying that to say, guys,
we can't do that.
You understand all our survivors at the end of the day, we're all our survivors. We all have these deficits that we're dealing with. So
as Tani said,
your conversation can help her through some things. My conversation may be to help, and vice versa. So don't look at that
and limit yourself to say, hey, I can't go to them about that because we're not on the same level.
None of us will ever be on the same level, guys. But there's an understanding that we have
as being a part of the community, that we're all going through a struggle, and we're trying to find ways to live and learn to smile.
Just enjoy this life of being a warrior that we are for the rest of our life. Because from day one when we became that show survivor,
it's a long journey ahead of us as warriors. And the fight that.
Yes, I don't look like it. Y'all just see me do my workout. Child, that hand, I was pushing it, but
it locked up on me. So what I thought was whole body had to move to get to work. So things like that, people like, oh, you don't have no issues. Okay,
that's fine. I don't get here and I'm not going to get up here all day. But it's just learning to embrace and have grace with yourself and learn to, in spite of our disabilities, in spite of our situations, figure out a way to smile and to keep pushing ourselves for more.
My cats, they're in the toddler phase, so I can hear the dun dun dun. I'm like, what are they in right now? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine, because even when you went away from the camera before we started, the cats were
taking over with the camera. So
I was gonna call your name and say because I seen them playing. All right, we gonna listen. On that note, we gonna get up out of here. Before I get up out of here, I need to remind y'all: July 27th, Houston, Texas, Stroke Survivors Conversation in your city. Come out, guys! It's about hearing the stroke survivor. Let us know what you're looking for, how we can help you advance in life, how we can help you in the process of your recovery. Also, I'm actually getting ready. If you're in Houston, Texas, want to do a meet and greet, I'm getting ready to head to I believe it's Spring, Texas in the next hour. I don't know where the hell it's at, but I'm going to Google it.
But Spring, Texas, like,
They're wonderful supporters, and we just going to have a good old time. So if you want to join us, shoot me a DM. I'll send you my cell phone number, and we can make it happen at any time. And it don't have to be today. We can start doing this whatever. And if you're in West Coast, Tony's all listen. Go with my girl.
We'll have a more fun.
Goes out there, man. It's so many people, guys. So it's just a
And
beautiful.
we're doing a big. It's the Giants. It's the second pitch for brain aneurysms and AVM. So that's the Giants games, the
First of all,
26th.
I'm mad because I wanted to be out there. And
I
wish
know
I
you would have. Why does it have to be the same weekend? If it could have been every other weekend, and I would have been in Houston. So I apologize that I'm not there. But I did just want to say, I know a lot of you guys, if you can't be in San Francisco, we actually do have things that you can do virtually. So from the comfort of your home, not costing you any money. So there are ways to support if you can't get to Houston or San Francisco. So please just keep following along with us. And we do have a channel where we do share things in there. So events and stuff. So if you want to join that channel, it's on both of our pages. And see you guys.
absolutely. So guys, we thank you. That is our time, but we're leaving you with a message to make sure you continue to push yourself, believe in yourself. If you're having a hard time believing in yourself, reach out to one of us, reach out to a friend, reach out to a community. Like Tony said, text a friend and just have a conversation with them to help you get through this next step of finding a way to believe in yourself.
Finding a way to smile again. Listen, we need each other in so many ways.
We may not talk the same, all of the above, guys, but we're here to support you and again to help you learn and figure out the best ways to love life post recovery. That is what it is.
And Michelle, I'm so glad that you found us. And yes, so we can send, or like Tracy said, DM us or send it. But if you go to our page, the channel, you can't talk in there. It's basically where we can just broadcast information, but you can private message us, three-way chats, anything like that. Our inboxes are open. So yay. And we do this every Thursday. Yeah, so we'll be able to do
this is Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific,
1 Central,
2 Eastern.
So guys, we're on here, and then Tuesday is our workouts, guys. We had a heck of a week last week and a heck of a week this week, so that's why we did not do the workout. But we got y'all next Tuesday. We will be back on here. So Tuesday and Thursday,
same time, guys.
And we will see y'all soon.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.